All right, folks. Happy Diwali to everyone. How you all doing on this beautiful day? Today we'll talk about something which I think I have to bring into a lot of people's attention, right? This is called spotting good trends in the market, guys. Now, what happens is that a lot of crypto assets they do start trending all together at once, right? Every single time most of the crypto assets will just begin their run to the upside in one single go. Everything will trend at once. So how do you spot those good looking trends in the market? Guys, there are certain ways to do that, but we are going to talk about the technical outlook towards all of these things, right? So with that said, let's jump off with the Bitcoin trend itself. Now we're going to be, look guys, it's mostly going to be on your 4-hour time frame itself, but these things are going to be applicable to your 3-day, your weekly, and so on and so forth, right? You can talk about these trends on various time frames, but the principle is going to be the same. So for let's talk about this one right here. What is this, guys? What is this? As soon as you broke out of this little squeeze right here, which was your $10,000 regions on Bitcoin itself, you started trending with your 200 simple on the 4-hour time frame itself, guys. Now if I take away the 55 and the 21, you'll see what I'm talking about. It was just one single red line to guide the trend to the upside, right? Now essentially the first breakdown led to a massive correction. Now these things are, look guys, you can't really point out these things for sure, but if you are trying to trade futures market in such kind of dynamics, well, the 200 simple is certainly going to be guiding a lot of trends to the upside, and they're going to be telling you when to kind of take an exit, or let's just say when to sit in the sidelines, right? Now this is something which is happening once again on Bitcoin, guys. Now what do we have right here? If we take a look at the 200 simple with the Fibonacci golden moving averages itself, now this is going to be on the daily, guys. Once again, this is going to be on the daily, right? You saw the 200 simple on the 4-hour is completely supporting the price action, and the daily is being supported by the yellow moving average right here. If you combine both of these things, both of these time frames are telling you that Bitcoin's price action is simply bullish, guys. Bitcoin's price action as a whole is simply bullish, right? So I'm going to be putting a lot of focus once again, guys. We have everything which is telling us that $58,000 or nothing, $58,000 per Bitcoin or nothing. If we lose this one to the downside, back again, guys. It's similar story once again, right? But this video is essentially not about that. This is something which we can point out again and again and again and again in the market, guys. Let's take a look at this example right here. This was your echo bull wave where Bitcoin started revolving to the upside from nowhere, right? Now essentially this was the last capitulation, guys. I remember that, how Bitcoin simply lost 50% of its value, and everybody including me on these levels was thinking that this is a trend which has just started emerging, and this could simply keep on going to the downside, right? I mean, look, people will be most bearish in the bottoms, and people are going to be crazily bullish on the tops, guys. This is how market psychology works. This is how market generally works, right? But just to refer to this 200 simple on the 4-hour time frame, you can see, guys, how Bitcoin once established a good looking trend on the 2-hour on the 4-hour 200 simple, and this was up and up mode. I mean, essentially as soon as you did that, as soon as you just kind of set in a good looking zone right here, this was on up and up mode only, right? Now we got people coming onto the comment section. Jake Banks is here, Prince is also here. Once again, we talk about all these things, then we'll jump into the comment section, guys. So Jake, welcome to the first live stream where you are live as well, right? Okay, so Bitcoin right here is telling us that this is a trend which a lot of crypto assets do follow, guys, to the upside or the downside, right? Now this happens again and again. You can keep on pointing out throughout this bullish leg to the upside as well. Essentially the 200 simple on the 4-hour time frame is going to be telling you where the price action is going to go immediately in the small time frames or not, right? Now with that said, guys, similar things happening on the relevant assets as of now. Well, it's Diwali. What do we expect? Sand right here, guys. Now Sandbox, the Sandbox is in a good looking trend with most of the metaverses you can find in the market, but you can see, guys, similar looking trend right here as well, right? You got supported with the 200 simple on the 4-hour, and you were on up and up mode only, guys. Now essentially you want to be looking at the 200 simple being inclined to the upside. The curvature has to be towards the upside, and the price action has to be supported by this one, and this one will simply roll to the upside as your 200 simple stays to the upside. Now essentially this is something which was being replicated by the price action here as well. You had a little overthrow to the downside, guys. Now most of the things will be dependent on how the market landscape is like. You can see that Bitcoin is kind of range bound between $65,000 and $60,000 as a whole. So Bitcoin is not in a trending motion as a whole, guys. Bitcoin is not in an immediate trend motion action to the upside, which is why Sandbox did go through some price action which was below the 200 moving average itself. But after that, as soon as you establish a good looking support right here, once again your trend has just begun, guys. Now, okay, let's talk about the 200 symbol on the 4-hour in context to how you are going to be trading such kind of trends. Now, a lot of people are simply FOMOing into Meta versus coin, guys. Now, the only thing which I can tell you right here is the fact that maybe let this one consolidate and cool down, and maybe wait for a major dip to happen, guys. Maybe let this one come down onto these levels, and then you can pick it up. But if it's gone to the upside, maybe let it be, guys. Let it go, right? Let it go. Now, there are going to be hundreds and thousands of opportunities in the market. If something has gone to the upside and you were not there in the market before the trend began, look, I think you just simply sit in the sidelines, or maybe wait for a massive correction with the 200 simple to follow up with the price action, essentially, right? Now, in this kind of price action, we're looking at, let's just say, $1.5 being your first support and $2.1 levels to be your second support, right? All right, first one this, second one this right here. And the moving average, the 200 simple moving average is going to be catching up on these levels. Once the moving average catches up on these levels, this would reinforce the price action structure as a whole, guys. That would mean that we have higher moving averages kind of catching up with the price action. That would mean that sand is going to be looking bullish in terms of the moving average perspective as well, right? Now, these are some things which you can keep in your mind, guys. These are some things you can simply, but look, essentially, would I want to be longing on this kind of environment when the volatility is completely redlined? Nope, essentially not. I'm not going to do that, guys. I'm simply not going to do that. So I'm going to be letting this entire historical volatility calm down and maybe retest some key levels on the price action itself, and then we can talk about further continuation like to the upside, guys. Now, essentially, whenever these kind of things happen, you know the deal, guys. Things can look very volatile in the market, and it's just not recommended to simply go for any leveraged long position in the market, because most likely things are not going to look nice even as a trader, guys. If you're trading the small time frames with this volatility up the charts, I mean, well, Surveyman says, happy Diwali to all of you. CR says, SLP looking wild at them. Yes, guys, we talk about SLP as well. I think the money is being rotated from Axie Infinity to Smooth Love portion. It looks to me like, well, a lot of things to talk about in this video, guys. We'll take a look at everything that you guys say. So, Sand has similar kind of pattern in the 4-hour, right? Now, let's talk about Axie Infinity, the god, the landlord of all the crypto assets that are, well, gaming crypto assets and which are trending. Axie Infinity being the godfather of all of these trends is trending with the 4-hour 200 simple as well. Now, essentially, this one just got picked up from the 200 simple, guys. This is a signature which look, this is the kind of signature which we just, I mean, we saw right here, guys. We saw Axie doing something like this on these levels. So does this mean that it's going to be expanding on a crazy basis to the upside? It could happen. It could happen. We should be open to all the possibilities which could happen in the market. Now, simply enough, guys, what happened on $220 levels was the fact that this one simply got accumulated in a range bound situation, which is a healthy consolidation, guys. This is exactly what is called a healthy consolidation, right? Now, what is not healthy is something like, let me just talk about, this is not healthy consolidation, guys. This is a wrecked behavior by the price action itself, and a lot of people simply chasing these assets to the downside or the upside are getting wrecked in the market, guys. This is not something which is nice, right? This, on the other hand, is called a healthy consolidation, guys. Now, is it confirmed that Axie Infinity will simply roll to the upside? Anything could happen in the market, guys, which is why we'll still talk about risk management, right? Even if the price action is looking completely fine with the 200 simple moving average, we will still take a look at your risk management metrics on any time frame for that matter. So Axie Infinity being, let's just say this one is above 130, is going to be completely fine. As soon as it starts trending below $130 on a 4-hour trending basis, it's going to lose its ground, and maybe it'll test these levels once again at $100, guys. But as far as the trend is looking as of now, it's looking completely fine, right? Axie Infinity is fine, guys. 4-hour time frame above 60 reads. Well, this one is on. Okay, next up we have EGLD, guys. Now, this is the chart that reminded me of this entire topic, right? How to pinpoint good looking trends in the market. This is looking good, guys. This is looking crazy good in the market. 200 simple. The asset is simply volatile by, let's just say, 100% to the upside, and this one is coming down by 30-40%, but this one is still being held by the 200 simple on the 4-hour again and again, back again, guys. And this one simply is bouncing from the well, the 200 simple on the 4 hour once again. So what can we expect? What do we want EGLD to do in the market? Maybe EGLD could be taking a leg up all the way towards the 2618 levels at $550 levels, guys. This is a good looking trend to the upside, right? Now the risk management metrics is certainly going to be below the 200 simple on the 4 hour, aligning with this entire range, which is your previous all-time highs as well, which is why you can expect some crazy support at $250. So as far as EGLD is going to be above 250, it's going to be rolling all the way towards 2618 at 550, guys, and beyond, right? And beyond. If Bitcoin goes towards 300,000, you know the deal, guys. You know the deal, right? These will simply roll to the upside like a freaking kite. I mean, they will simply roll to the upside like a kite. Okay, what is next? BNB. BNB for you guys right here. BNB is also looking surprisingly nice in the market, guys. I mean, essentially, talk about all the DeFi alternatives to Ethereum. I mean, look, Ethereum is ridiculously expensive, guys. It's as clear as that can get, right? So for anybody who's using DeFi protocols, let's just say if anybody is conducting 10 to 20 transactions a day, I don't think Ethereum is a nice choice, man, because it's going to cost you more than $1,000 to just go for 5 to 6 transactions as a whole. That is crazy, guys. That is just obnoxious, right? Which is why all the DeFi alternatives are just simply picking up, guys. And this entire pattern right here, I mean, this is a good looking trend, to be honest with you. On the 4 hour time frame itself, BNB is looking completely fine, guys. And if we talk about how the 4 hour 200 simple simply took the price action all the way towards $700, right from $30, well, this could repeat once again, guys, but the targets could not be, I mean, essentially, look, this was your 15x in the market. Could we expect similar 15x once again? 15x from these levels is going to put BNB at maybe $7,500, $8,000, guys. Could that happen? I don't know about the markets as clear as it can get, guys. Look, these things can keep on trending to the upside, right? But 8,000 is a big evaluation. I think it's a very far-fetched opinion for BNB itself. $10,000, $8,000 in this bull cycle, I think it's going to be a very, very difficult task for BNB, guys, because if BNB goes to $10,000, it's going to be on par, or maybe it's going to be beyond Ethereum as well in terms of the market capitalization, right? So would that make sense? I mean, it could make sense. It could make sense if Ethereum becomes a complete delusion in the market. Maybe BNB being evaluated at $10,000 could make sense, guys. But sitting in at $500, talking about $10,000 is certainly a far-fetched opinion as of now. We'll see what happens down the line. But let's just say, guys, let's just say in the small to mid time frames, BNB just set in a good looking low at $350 levels, guys. In the macro as well, in the 3-day to weekly time frames as well, if BNB is above $330 flat, it's simply going to roll to the upside. At least it will test the 1618 or 2618, which is going to be at $1,500 per BNB. That's going to be crazy as well, right? Do we have anything else? No, guys, I don't think so. Now we can jump into the comments, and it looks to me like a lot of people are busy celebrating Diwali, right? Which is why we just got 3 people watching this video live right now. And what do we have? Let's talk about SLP at first, because this is the first, let's say this is the first first mention that we got in the comments, right? Prince says, what about Moon River, bro? Moon River, what is that? Okay, we'll take a look at Moon River as well. Let's talk about Moon River. Do we have that on TradingView? MONRI. Well, coming in from KuCoin, Moon River is in a fucking gigantic trend, man. What the hell is this asset, guys? Prince, what is this asset doing? Just tell me. I mean, what are the fundamentals behind this one? Because this one got listed at $5, right? And this one is trending in at, oh my goodness, this is trending 100x above the listing price. Must be something crazy behind this entire asset. Moon River, man, oh man, this is a good looking trend. Okay, now in the small time frames, this one is setting in a higher low. I mean, this one wants to essentially continue the trend to the upside, I mean, this one is looking fine on the 4 hour 200 simple as well, because this one is curved to the upside, and this one just sitting, I mean, essentially $360 levels, a good looking trend, right? A good looking higher low in context to this low right here, which was set in at $230 levels. I mean, this could keep on trending to the upside. The first and foremost retest is going to be at $500, and if you keep on trending above $500, look, I mean, in a blue sky breakout environment, you know the deal, guys. It's going to be 2618, 1618, right? You could be targeting these ranges once we clear this one to the upside. Now, essentially, now one more thing. Whenever an asset would go through a blue sky breakout, whenever an asset clears the previous all-time high, expect some volatility, right? Expect some choppy price action behavior, which is why if you are going to be targeting $1,000, $800 per Moon River, I mean, this is crazy name, you could be managing your risk below $340 levels, right? So the risk management, the first risk management standpoint is at 20%. So I don't know if Moon River has perpetual contracts, but if you were trading these kind of price action structures in your future contracts, anything beyond 5x leverage is very risky. It's going to be completely risky, right? I mean, essentially 20%, you got a 20% range to take care of. This is risk management, guys. If you want to be making money in the market, you got to be taking a look at these risk management zones as well. So have to be comfortable about this 20% swing right here in this range. And if you're okay with this one, losing $300 and being supported around $350 levels, this is most likely going to be continuing its trend to the upside all the way towards 800,000, guys. Just talking about technical perspective on this one, looking nice, completely looking nice. RSI is completely fine, TSI looking completely fine. The HV, surprisingly enough, is looking fine as well. Exactly what you need for an asset to keep on trending to the upside. Okay, now let's talk about SLP. Let's talk about SLP real quick. SLP USDT. I think we got it on Binance. Do we have much of history? All right, this one is breaking. This one is breaking out, guys. This one is breaking above your 10 cents levels, right? Now this is good news. Now essentially this is good news. But back again, since we just set in a big base right here, I'm going to be evaluating this entire trend like my risk management point being below 6 cents, man. I mean, look, back again. Crypto assets, everybody knows the deal. These things can be volatile by 40% and still be bullish in the macro. So what am I going to be waiting for? If I want to be jumping into this one right here, I would be waiting for this one to consolidate at least for some time above preferably your 9.5 cents regions, right? Now once you do that, you could be simply going to the upside. You have to consolidate for some time. HV has started creeping up, guys. I mean, HV has started creeping up. This is going to be risky, but well, this can simply roll to the upside as well. I mean, essentially this could simply roll to the upside, but this could be very volatile as we are looking at. Look, guys, this is, you know, the deal right here. You're looking at this one being expanded to the upside, and the RSI is way the fuck up there. I mean, essentially this is the highest reads on RSI we have ever seen on SLP, smooth love portion. Now essentially this is the kind of signature that you want to see whenever an asset is breaking from a long-term range. Now I don't think it's a long-term range, but yeah, in the mid to small time frames, this is essentially a rectangular breakout to the upside, and these things can look nice, guys. These things can certainly look nice, right? Okay, now at the least we could be looking at 618 coming down the line at 26 cents, and once we clear the, let's just say, the previous all-time high, then you can talk about 1618 to 618 coming down the line at $1 per smooth love portion, right? It could happen. Now this one is looking fine for the time being. I mean, I'm going to be putting a lot of weight into 9.5 cents region. Once you lose this one to the downside, maybe let this one calm its horses, maybe let this one consolidate for some time, and then we can talk about a further continuation leg to the upside, right? Now let's see on the 3-day time frame. Let's see what's happening there as well. I mean, do we have, look guys, the RSI has started creeping up now. I mean, this one is breaking this range with a lot of conviction, man. I mean, well, we can expect fireworks from SLP. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I've seen these patterns in the market repeating themselves again and again. This could explode. I mean, this could potentially explode because this belongs to the Axie Infinity universe, and you know the deal, guys. Axie Infinity universe is mad, right? Crazy amount of liquidity flowing into Axie Infinity coins. Smooth love portion is one of them. So we could expect a good looking trend to the upside with a lot of volatility, right? So what am I going to do? I'm not going to be interested in trading the futures contract for smooth love portion. If I were to be trading this one, I will simply hold on to my spot exposure, right? As simple as it can get. So there you go, CR. There you go, CR. I just, यार नाम भूल गया यार, क्या नाम है भाई तुम्हारा? Okay. Chris says wet. WeChain for you guys. WeChain, I think this was trending nicely in the market. This one is still trending nicely in the market. I mean, what do you expect right here? I mean, this is a good looking trend. I think this one is completely replicating what happened in the previous year October cycle, right? This one is doing something back again in the market. I think this one will take out the previous all-time high, and this one will keep on rolling all the way towards 26184, 236,786, guys. This is not a financial advice. This cannot be a financial advice, but if the trends have to keep on following up, you know the deal. I mean, you know the deal. It's going to be $1 to $1.5 target for this bull in itself, right? Maybe $2 as well. Now, sitting in at 14 cents, good looking targets at $2, guys. Could be a 10x, right? Could be a 10x. VeChain has that networking effects as well. A lot of people behind these projects. And, well, VeChain has been one of the dinosaurs in the crypto space, guys, which is why we can expect a lot of credibility as well. Because VeChain was constantly developing their ecosystem, guys. So, well, also, VeChain was one of the first crypto assets which was accepted in porn websites, guys. I mean, is YouTube gonna ban me because they're using this word? I don't know, but yep. Adult industry was being incentivized by VeChain. I mean, the first crypto asset to do that, privacy focused. Well, you do need privacy for these things. Okay, guys, now VeChain is looking completely fine. I don't have much to talk about on this one because you recently set in a higher low with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin did that for $40,000. This one is doing it at 8.5 cents regions. So as far as this level is being held, we could be looking at a potential breakout as well. I mean, this is a good looking pattern in the 3-day, guys. We could expect some macro continuation, right, out of this entire consolidation. Now, why do I say this? Because this is a good looking squeeze, to be honest with you. What we could expect is, look, it could come back down here as well, but most likely it's going to be an opportunity the first and foremost pass, right? But once it gets its, let's just say, whatever it needs, the retest, once the retest is done, you could be targeting your moves towards the previous all-time high at 2.4. So, well, honestly, a good looking trade as well in the market for about a 71% move to the upside. This is how you can leverage yourself out, right? But not more than 3 to 4x. Okay, now okay, all right. So let's get into a little direct mentality and how am I going to trade this one with 10x leverage in the market? Let's see what happens, guys. So if I were to be longing VeChain right here, right now with 10x leverage, what am I going to be targeting? I'm going to be targeting for a 700% return on my equity, guys, because I'm on 10x leverage, right? So if I jump into this long position with $10,000 in the market, well, 700% of 10,000 is $70,000, guys. So I'm going to be expecting a $70,000 target on these levels with my $10,000 equity, right? Now, here comes the risk. If I am long on 10x leverage, I am going to get liquidated right here, guys. My goodness. I'm going to be getting liquidated right here, right at the 3-day time frame wick low, which is sitting in at 13 cents, right? So essentially this could potentially work out, but I have to be ready about the fact that if I'm longing VeChain on 10x leverage, most likely I'm going to be getting liquidated below 13 cents, guys, which is why things can get volatile and things can get you liquidated as well in the market, guys. I mean, look, this is what happens. All the good news for VeChain, because this one has started ruling above the 60 reads. I mean, good looking trends do start above the 60 reads on RSI, with your TSI looking fine in the market as well. So I would say the higher probability lies towards the fact that this could simply roll towards 2.4 cents before it goes towards 13 cents. But this is not a financial advice. This is not a financial advice for Chris. Certainly not a financial advice for Chris, right? But I would consider this as kamikaze trading. If I were to be long on 10x leverage, yep, it's kamikaze, man. It's simply wrecked behavior, to be honest with you, right? So longing on 2x leverage, expecting a 20% drawdown with my equity is going to be, well, this is what I am going to have at my brains if I go for a 2x long leverage position as well in the market, because risk management in the small time frame is going to be below this price point right here. Okay, but if I talk about a swing low risk management, it's going to be right here, guys, with Bitcoin $40,000. I think VeChain is going to be getting supported at 8.5 cents as a whole. Okay, what do we have up next? We have Hedge and Sia Coin. I think Jake's favorite crypto assets are Hedge and Sia Coin, right? Why not? Let's take a look at HBAR. HBAR USDT, USD on Binance. Okay, all right. Back again, similar story. Let's take a look at this one on the daily. I think this is still loading. Yep, same story, guys, same story, right? The only thing that you have to know about HBAR is that if it likes to trend within a grind to the downside, this will most likely trend to the upside with a grind, right? I mean, similar looking trend being replicated to the upside. Pretty neat looking trend, right? Pretty neat looking trend. So risk management is going to be certainly below this wick low, which is going to be your 35 cents, literally the region from where we bounced, where we had that crazy bounce on HBAR, right? Now most of the trends are going to be looking fine on these levels, and this one will keep on trending with this trend line to the upside. Most likely we will retest these levels, and most likely HBAR will keep on trending onto these levels as well. If Bitcoin goes towards 100,000 and beyond, HBAR will keep on rolling to the upside. And a couple of fundamental thoughts about Edge bar. Everybody knows the deal, guys. If you've been watching up, if you've been following up with the content, Edge bar is a hedge against blockchains, right? Because DAGs, guys, direct acyclic graphs, right? This one is not using blockchain. This is using DAGs. This is a software, guys. More or less, this is a programmed language, right? This is machine learning, more or less. I mean, this is not blockchains, guys, to be honest with you. But yes, it's kind of performing and behaving like a blockchain as a whole. But correct me if I'm wrong, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I would love to know what is happening behind Hedra hash graph. As far as my understanding goes, this is not using your core concepts that all the blockchains are using as a whole, right? So, yep, Edge bar looking completely fine on the daily and the 3-day and all the time frames. Okay. What do we have up next? SC, Sia coin, of course. SC, USDT, Sia coin, one of the dinosaurs, man. One of the storage-based crypto assets and a dinosaur in the crypto space as a whole, has expanded and is looking fine, man. This is also a good-looking trend, to be honest with you. Daily is looking completely fine. You want to be established. You're trying to establish a trend on the 200 simple on the daily time frame itself. But what do I want? What do we want from a Sia coin right here? Sia coin has to flip this moving average to the upside, man. I mean, look, this is what I look for. If the 200 simple kind of curls to the upside, that is going to give me way more conviction than the current price action structure, right? Because the macro could be telling us that you're going to be having good looking support from the downside as well. This is what you want, guys. This is what you want from these levels. Watch for the moving average to curl to the upside. Not just on Sia coin, on any crypto asset. You watch for the 200 simple to have that slope to the upside. Something like this. I mean, essentially you want to have something like this, right? Something like this as well. I mean, having an upslope for literally the eternity for this entire trend. This is what you want. This is what you want on the daily itself, preferably that. But essentially, once again, you're looking at a higher low being formulated with this entire grind line to the upside. So essentially, until you're above this grind line, most likely you will keep on grinding to the upside with your bullish targets at 10 cents and maybe beyond as well. All right. Quark chain, man, oh man, QKC, another crypto asset from the bear market. I mean, it's been a very long time since I've heard this name, man. Okay, we're going to be taking a look at QKC against USDT. QRC, no, QKC, Quark chain. Do we have it anywhere? I think QKC is just against your BTC pair, which is why Binance is just simply calculating this one. But this is a good looking trend as well. I'm not going to lie, this is looking nice as well. Okay, on the macro, we're talking about the daily, and the macro is looking fine as well. This one is ready for a continuation leg to the upside. Again, this is looking to me like a hodl, guys. I mean, essentially, I would be managing my risk right here below this price point, and this could roll out all the way towards the listing price at 44 cents right here. Essentially, this is your supply zone, right? Once you clear the supply zone to the upside, you could be taking a look at some crazy upside targets. First of all, is going to be the retest of the listing price right here at 40 cents. And if we are able to clear this one to the upside, you can simply roll to the upside. I think QKC is against BTC for good. I mean, this is where most of the liquidity is flowing into Quark chain, right? Bearish, guys, bearish. Daily is bearish. 3-day is, well, it's trying. I mean, 3-day is kind of trying. Could you look at this one as an inverted head and shoulder? I mean, not essentially. I mean, this was a continuation leg to the downside. I mean, could you consider this one as your left shoulder? Maybe you could do that, but this is not, let's just say this is not a really pretty inverted head and shoulder. But just for fun, if you were to be targeting the fucking targets, I mean, no shit, Sherlock. You could be looking at 180 Satoshis as your potential target, right? Oh my god, that is kind of like a good move to the upside. 300% leg to the upside. But with all of these illiquid Satoshi values, the chances of you losing money is very high, guys. It's very high, right? Since Satoshis are getting expensive in the market as a whole. I can't believe that. I mean, well, the Satoshis are getting expensive in the market. So, well, if you're holding 40 Satoshis, well and good. If you lose 40 Satoshis to the downside, maybe the overall trend for Quark chain is not going to look nice. Quark chain. Survey, man. I think it's Bikram, right? Bikram says FTM and Rose long term. FTM long term. Yep. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. FTM long term is certainly one of the good looking assets as well. This one doesn't want to stop. Holy crap! What are we looking at right here, man? Oh shit. FTM USD. I think this is where we'll have most of the history in the price action itself. Do we have it? I don't think we have it. But yep. I think, guys, I did post a long-term analysis on Quackchain, right? All right, on FTM, My bad. What are we looking at right here? Potential five-wave structure right here, guys. We're trying to find a top. Now, essentially, the best guess we can take from the history is going to be your consolidation range is resolving to the upside all the way towards 26.1. Talk about fucking gigantic trends, man. I mean, holy freaking crap. 6,000% comment from your 2 and simple on the 3 day. I mean, this is madness. This is simple madness in the market, guys. Okay, now, where is this going to put us? I mean, this is going to be potentially putting us at $15, guys. But to be honest with you, this was your third wave. So in a 5-wave structure, your third wave is the most bullish wave in the market, right? So can we expect similar returns coming from this wave as well? Potentially no, right? Potentially no, because the third wave is over. The fifth wave will be very confident, but it's not. Look, guys, generally the fifth wave is less in terms of the magnitude if you compare with the third wave itself, right? So 7.5, $8, a comfortable $8 is going to be your bull market target, guys. But look. Markets can be irrational as fuck, guys. Everybody knows that, right? Markets can be simply irrational. I mean, crazy irrational activities happening on markets as a whole. These things can simply roll to the upside. Nobody can stop them, guys. Nobody can stop them. If the liquidity keeps on flowing into these crypto assets, nothing can stop them. Which is why, if this breaks out of the 10764, you could be targeting 2618, having your risk management below this level right here, 2.5 to $2. Well, no shit. 70% risk management with I mean, essentially, this is a high risk trade, guys. I mean, if anybody's trying to jump into FTM right here, right now, this potentially could be a very, very high risk trade, to be honest with you. I mean, very high risk, right? Very high risk, because if shit starts going down south, this one will have a lot of leeway to cover to the downside, man, because you could still be bullish in the macro if you come down all the way towards 35 cents. I mean, essentially, you will be still holding up to your bullish structure in the macro time frame, right? So FTM, as far as the trend is going to the upside, this one is looking completely fine, to be honest with you. But bearish divergence on the 3-day time frame isn't going to play out. I mean, it could, right? I mean, it could. The slope of the RSI is looking. Look, am I going to be interested in jumping into a new position for phantom out of these levels? Nope. You got to look, guys. You got to be big looking bearish divergence coming from the top. Now, look, essentially this won't stop the asset to keep on trending to the upside, but this is kind of like a risk on behavior. Jumping into a long exposure on FTM on these levels is going to be a risk on behavior, with your TSI potentially looking at a bearish cross, guys. Once again, we got two potentially devastating signals coming down the line. So if we take a look at the context of this entire bull cycle, the first bearish cross on the TSI happened on these levels, where this one went for a consolidation all the way towards your 200 simple on the 3 time frame consolidation, right? And this one went all the way towards these levels. Now the next bearish cross happened on these levels, and again, big consolidation. Now what are you looking at right here? Potential bearish cross coming down the line, guys. This could simply bounce off, right? So watch for, let's just say, a couple of days. I mean, just wait for this one. If you resolve the 3-day trend above $3.2 on a closing basis, then maybe you could expect, I don't know, further continuation leg all the way towards 7.6 and maybe beyond as well. But if you lose these levels to the downside, look, guys, essentially if you lose $2 to the downside, most likely the TSI will have the bearish cross being confirmed, and the bearish divergence would also be confirmed, guys, by that amount of time, right? And that is when the RSI would keep on rolling below the 60 reads, and that is when most of the trends go choppy, guys. I mean, what the hell is this? I mean, what the fuck kind of trend is this right here? I mean, would I be interested in trading this one for my swing exposure in the market? Nope, because this one is going to be very choppy. What do we want? We want these trends, guys. We want your RSI breaking out of 60 reads and the structure and the market as a whole looking completely fine. That is when confidence jumps into any crypto asset, right? So certainly FTM is very risky. It is red hot risky right on these levels. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm simply not going to lie. I mean, am I lying or not? I mean, this is simply technical analysis for you guys right here, which is why, well, okay. Rose, let's take a look at Rose as well. Rose USD on Binance again, guys. Binance will have most of the crypto assets which have crazy names: bakery, burger, cake, Rose. I mean, tell me more, guys. Tell me more fucking shit coins like that. Sushi. It's a fucking restaurant. It's a fucking crypto restaurant. Is what is Binance, man. Okay, Rose is looking for. I mean, okay. So Chris says, was it Chris? No. Bikram says for holding long term. Yep. I mean, this is a good looking trend for holding in mid to long term time frames as well. Because on the 3-day, you are printing in higher lows, right? So until you're above 15 cents, risk management is going to be certainly your 30% range as a whole. So if this invalidates this bullish trend, it is going to be below your 13 cents, right? Essentially, if you're above this price point, this is a good looking hodl in the long term, because the 21 simple on the 3-day is kind of resolving this grind to the upside. I mean, look, what can you expect? Could be looking at a resolution to the upside. So wait for this 3-day candle to close above 20 cents preferably, and if it does that, maybe you could be looking at a continuation trend. So what are we looking at on the RSI? A potential breakout above the 6 reads as well. Well, so if you want to compare FTM and Rose, I think preferably from a risk reward opportunity, I would be preferring Rose as a whole, right? But well, with every upside expectation comes a good looking risk management metric as well, which is going to be below your 13 cents. So if this loses 13 cents to the downside, most likely your trend would be over in the small to mid time frames. But essentially, until you're holding on to these levels, maybe you could be looking at 2618, 76, 10, 764 coming down the line. Certainly far-fetched, but it's not impossible. It's certainly not impossible, right? Denise says Polkadot $500, guys. I mean, Polkadot $500, Polkadot. Me personally, I don't think I'm going to be selling Polkadot below $500, guys. I'm so fucking bullish on Polkadot. Most likely, I'm going to get wrecked holding Polkadot, man. But the metrics and all the money which is flowing into Polkadot, holy freaking crap, we potentially have explosions coming for Polkadot, guys. I mean, believe it or not, guys, right? I mean, Polkadot. We'll take a look at the charts as well. But do we have anything else? Verge, XVG, another, I mean, Jake, man, holy shit. Another crypto asset which was accepted by pawn website for the first I'm gonna drink to that, guys. I'm gonna take my Diwali drink to that, right? Drinking wine directly from the bottle, guys. This is also a wrecked behavior. This is also a wrecked behavior, guys. Drinking wine directly from the bottle is also a wrecked behavior, to be honest with you. So XVGUSD on the Binance, guys, because essentially this is another dinosaur in the market, right? So we're going to be taking a look at the weekly trends for Verge. I mean, crazy supply shock. You had your paradigm shift right here as soon as your pawn website started accepting Verge as your preferred cryptocurrency for payments in private, right? I mean, this is when your paradigm shift took place. This kind of reminds me of Ripple as well. I mean, this is like a price action pattern that is formulating on Ripple as well on the weekly time frame. Somewhat different, but the overall picture is kind of same. So on the weekly, you are above the 200 simple good news. You're looking at a bullish cross. I mean, but what the heck is this, right? Why do we have this bearish outlook on the 200 simple on the weekly? I mean, this is nastily bearish, guys. This one is crazily inclined to the upside. So maybe Verge has to do a lot of things. And essentially, okay, all right. So this one is to Jake. What happens is, if you take a look at all of these shitcoins which are coming from 2017, 2016, 15 or something like that, as you keep on going to the upside, you will have a lot of people bag holding these assets on key levels, right? Which is why these 2017 16 crypto assets will take a lot of time to resolve themselves to the upside, because on every single level you have supply going on, guys. You have those crazy supply going on, right? Now this is for all the crypto assets which are from 2017, 15 and let's just say 14 as well, because, well, if you did go below the previous all-time high, most likely you will have crazy supply zones, guys. I can pinpoint out crazy amount of supply zones for Verge itself, right? Because I was most definitely trading this one and I simply got wrecked holding Verge, guys. I simply soddled my Verge right I do remember what was happening right here. I simply just got rid of all of my holdings right here, simply to wait and watch for this one simply going for 10x in the market, guys. This is what happens again and again, right? But crazy amount of supply zones, crazy amount of supply zones on Verge. This is something which you'll see in most of the crypto assets that are coming from 2017, 16 and even beyond that. I mean, Well, you got suppliers. Essentially, you do have suppliers. Now, let's talk about the weekly trend for this one right here. Essentially, you're holding grounds above 1.8 cents. Essentially, if you're doing that, well and good, because your 55 simple is to the upside with a bullish cross, right? You are looking at a golden cross right here. Essentially, if we just take away the price action itself, let me just get rid of the price action itself, and let's talk about the moving average right here. So 55 is kind of bullishly crossing above the 200 simple, which is good news. Whenever you see these kind of signatures on any crypto assets, most likely the trend is going to be lasting for a couple of months or something like that. But to my surprise right here, I mean, what do we have on the weekly? I mean, why is this inclined to the downside? I mean, I don't get it, guys. Maybe this was very bearish. I mean, this rejection on Verge was very fucking bearish, which is why we have this one slope to the downside, which is why this could potentially spend some time right here, and essentially resolving this grind to the upside would also be a good news for Verge as a whole, right? Yep, you could be looking at a retest of these levels at 6.9 cents. 6.9, 69, 420, 690, 69,420 on Bitcoin potentially could be working as a resistance as well. I mean, this is fucking meme generation, guys. I mean, open your eyes. Fucking anybody putting $5 into Shiba Inu would have been a fucking millionaire by this amount of time. The more you get serious for stuff in life, these things will come to you and they will tell you that nope. Maybe the universe is something which is very different from what you believe and what you expect, right? So always expect the unexpected as a whole, guys. Okay, now let's talk about Polkadot as well. Dot against USDT calculated version on Binance. I mean, look, essentially we were talking about Polkadot when you were right here, guys. I was talking about Polkadot on to $27 levels. You can take a look at these videos. This was back from my birthday as well. I mean, 27th September. I think I did post some videos on Polkadot back in the good old days. Literally a month ago, I guess. But yeah, look, guys. This is a very strong pattern. I'm just talking about this one, right? Let me just demarcate this pattern right here for you guys. This is a very fucking bullish pattern in the market, guys. This one right here. I've seen this kind of pattern play out and multi-folding the crypto assets worth again and again. This is something which you saw on Bitcoin's infancy. Back in 2015-14, we were looking at these kind of squeezes resolving to the upside by 100x, 1000x in the market on Bitcoin, on Peercoin, on, I don't know, guys, crazy amount of coins in the market, right? So this is a good looking squeeze. This is a good looking pattern, which is kind of resolving to the upside. And what are we doing on Polkadot once again? Look, you had a good looking squeeze and a bull pennant got resolved to the upside, and well, you simply jumped into this accumulation range right here. And what are you doing? You are kind of resolving above this rectangular breakout. Another strong looking breakout, guys. Polkadot is crazy strong in the market, guys. Good looking trend, right? One of those good looking trends. I mean, essentially you could be targeting farfetched, certainly farfetched, $500 Polkadot, very farfetched. But yep, if I'm going to be holding Polkadot, I'm going to be fine even if it comes back down into $25 levels, guys. This is the risk appetite which you have to have if you are investing in Polkadot, guys. Crypto assets, right? Fucking crypto assets for you. Let's take a look at the downside range. Most likely, yep, this is 50+%. So 50% risk management. Essentially, stop losses are going to be below 50% in the bigger picture. But if you are trading the small time frames right here, I would be managing my risk on these levels right here, on this zone right here. Essentially, if you go below $40 levels once again, maybe Polkadot will spend some time consolidating on these levels, and then we can talk about potential expansion to the upside. But 1074 is coming in at $400, guys, and 2618 is coming in at $700. And then one more thing about Polkadot, you have $1 billion just lying around to simply pour into Polkadot crypto assets, guys. The Polkadot ecosystem is it's about to explode, guys. The Polkadot ecosystem is most likely about to explode, right? Binance is also coming up with crazy things. Can you take a look at ETC, Ethereum Classic, ETC, USDT, Binance? What can we say right here? I mean, this is not as bullish as other crypto assets. Crypto assets. But as far as this grind is holding on the 3-day, most likely you could be completely fine. And well, this one did have this bear trap, man. I mean, essentially you could follow through. You could simply follow through to the upside, because if you wanted a bear trap, if you wanted to have all of those stop losses getting triggered in the market for buy side liquidity to jump into this asset right here, you've done that. You've simply taken out all of these ranges right here. Essentially, you could be simply rolling all the way towards these levels. So if I were to be longing on to Ethereum Classic, for full disclosure, I would not do that. I mean, Ethereum is looking like a delusion. Any fork coming from Ethereum is a bigger delusion, man. I mean, and essentially, look, if I were to be technically long on this one right here, again, I would be waiting for this range to dissolve to the upside, but you could simply jump into a long exposure right here as well, because the stop losses are gone. Let's just say the stop loss liquidity hunt is gone in the market. So essentially, this one holding $50 is completely fine. You could be looking at a retest of the higher side of the range at 75, and if you break this one to the upside, previous all-time high could come down the line at 140 and beyond as well, right? Look, if the market is simply going to be trending to the upside as a whole, nothing will stop Ethereum Classic, guys. Nothing will stop most likely Ethereum Classic, right? Lot of requests coming in on Diwali. Oh my god. Kirtan asking for OGN Origin. Why not? I mean, Origin Protocol, one of my holdings as well. We'll take a look at that as well. Anchor and LTC, if you have the time. Most definitely, I have the time. Let's take a look at OGN at that first. OGN USDT. OGN. Good looking trend. I mean, yep, they're looking completely fine. As expected. Let's talk about the daily. Most likely this was happening on the daily. Was it? I think it was happening on the 3-day or the daily, guys. I think I did post the 21 simple moving average holding on to key levels. Most likely, nope. I think I am into a delusion as of now. But yep, I mean, essentially just setting a higher low right here. I mean, yep. Trend on for Origin Protocol as well once again. Higher low, trend on. And essentially one more time, similar pattern in the market. I would be waiting for this range to resolve to the upside and at least set a good looking 3-day trend above 1.5, guys. This is what we want. This is what I want Origin to do in the market. Set a good looking trend above 1.5, and potentially this could resolve with a massive swing up. Yep, this could potentially, at least the retest of the previous all-time high could be on the charts, guys, at $3.5 levels. This could potentially happen, and if we extend our targets at 1,618, this could be rolling all the way towards $5 and beyond, and simply beyond. For OGN, I'm most definitely not going to talk about something which is your hourly time frame or your 4-hour time frame as well, right? Not even the 12-hour, guys, because this is a macro trend. The 3 days looking fine, so I'm going to be treating my investments according to my higher time frame technical analysis as a whole, right? Okay, I hope you got your answer, Keithan. Anchor again by Bikram. Guys, leave your shitcoins real quick because we're going to be cutting out this video pretty soon. So last requests, if you want to make any request, let me know as well, guys. I think it's just the 7 of you who made a lot of requests in the market. I mean, well, 7 people having crazy amount of requests, but this is what Crypto Educator community is here for, right? I mean, essentially this is what I'm here for. Anchor, ANKR. Anchor against US dollar, USDT right here. Oh man, oh my goodness. This is a potential resolution coming into fruition pretty soon, guys. I mean, Anchor, it's Kirtan, bro. Thank you so much. Yep. Oh, Kiran. I'm sorry. I did. It's all fine, man. It's all fine. It's all cool. You're most welcome. So Anchor is another good-looking trend. I mean, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a potential 5th wave coming. I mean, somewhere down the line could come, right? So once you lose this range to the upside in the blue sky breakout environment, you could be looking at 2618 at least. Anchor protocol is something which I've heard about. I mean, certainly I don't have my investments in this one, but yep, Anchor is looking fine in the market. Good looking trend. So the 55. The 21 simple is crossing over the 55 simple, which is good news back again on the 3-year time frame itself. Another higher low on the formulation, which means that most likely you could be looking at a further continuation leg at least towards 1618 at 30 cents, right? Well, since this just expanded, risk management metrics below your 8 cents. And if you lose 8 cents to the downside, maybe waiting in the silence would be a good choice as a whole. But essentially, I mean, well, good looking trend. This is what is called a good trend, guys. Now the point of this video was pointing out good trends in the market. This is a good looking trend in the market. I mean, very nice, right? LTC, certainly LTC laggard, and I lost a lot of money trading LTC, guys. I think it was somewhere here. Even on COVID capitulation, unfortunately I had a bag of LTC, right, on COVID. Guys, there's one more story I got to share. I mean, essentially when COVID capitulation on Bitcoin was taking place, you won't believe it, guys. I was long on XAU. I was long on fucking gold, man. I mean, was I expecting this one to come down? Nope. Nope. I was not expecting crypto markets to simply break down by 70-90% in one single day. I was not expecting that. But I was long on Tether Gold, man. I mean, holy shit, that was simply crazy, man. That was simply crazy, right? Man, oh man. But Litecoin, on the 3 day, certainly laggard, guys, where most of the crypto assets have given you, I don't know, 10,000x in the market. This one has done 600% in the market. Back again, a coin from 2017 with a lot of sell pressure, Why do I say this? Because the BTC pair is very bearish on LTC, guys. I mean, LTC... But on the 3 day, this one is setting up fine as well. So all the risk management on Litecoin is simply going to be with Bitcoin. Essentially, Bitcoin holding 40,000 and LTC holding 140 is equal. It's equal. Completely similar, right? And on the upper hand, you could be looking at a breakout above $200, 210 as a whole, and then you could be looking at a further continuation leg to the upside, all the way towards maybe $500 and beyond as well. But am I going to be expecting a lot from Litecoin, guys? Most likely not, because, well, you don't have any DeFi, you don't have any NFT, you don't have any application on LTC. This is a dead asset. I mean, do you have any value proposition fundamentally on Litecoin? Unfortunately not. Unfortunately not, guys. I only have bearish things to talk about on Litecoin fundamentally, guys. Charlie fucking Lee cashed out on Litecoin at $400, guys. Holy crap. And he did that in front of the entire market onto these levels. And that is when Litecoin got pushed into a bear market for a very long time. And it has had a really hard time recovering from this one. So until you expect some crazy news from Litecoin as a whole, maybe look, this one could simply roll to the upside. This could simply go all the way towards $500, but there are better assets in the market. I would simply say that let go of some things that are not performing in the market as a whole. Maybe look for better trends in the market. This is nice, but this is not that nice in the market. Doggies are doing better than Litecoin, man. Holy shit, what else do you need to hear, man? LTC, BTC, the most bearish pair of all time, guys. Let me talk about LTC, BTC on fucking Poloniex for you. I mean, this is still rolling to the upside. But this is another meme, because these kind of things happen for Litecoin. I mean, look, the only thing which is different in this environment is that we have DeFi, NFT, we have crypto market participation on a whole new paradigm as a whole. But back in the good old days, right here on 2017 levels, I mean, look, there was not much happening on crypto space. The only thing which was pushing these assets to the upside was the value proposition, was the supply demand mechanics, right? That was the only thing which was working out for crypto assets as a whole. But what do we have right here? We have crazy amount of crypto assets which are taking up the market liquidity, guys. And then there are these doggies as well. I mean, doggies are also taking all the market liquidities, guys. All right, I was in my nomadic journey right here, right now. I was in Haryana as a whole, and I did make a lot of friends. I made crazy amount of doggos as my friends, guys. I mean, is it because of this dog hype cycle? Maybe it could have been because of that, but yep. I mean, I made crazy amount of doggo friends, guys. I mean, I think it was at least 20 or 30 of them. I was constantly feeding all of them. They were wagging their tail coming to me, I mean, again and again. It was such a nice connection. But yep, doggos trend are for real, guys. I mean, essentially, you look back again into the bearish stuff on Litecoin. I mean, not much can be spoken of this asset right here. Okay, TRX. Surveyman says full supporter. 1K soon, bro. Congo here since 34 subs. Man, oh my goodness. Leave your Solana wallet address on my Discord server. Sorry, if you're on Discord server, just do that as well. But just do that on the Twitter account, right? Leave me a DM. Just send me your Solana address. OGs of Cryptoticator will get special edition NFTs. If Cryptoticator community grows as a whole, those 100 NFTs are going to mean a lot. Yep. Because a lot of things are planned for Cryptoticator as a whole. So TRX. Thanks for the TRX. I didn't take a look at TRX. Let me take a look at that as well, real quick. Let's see what's happening. But thanks, man. I mean, thanks to Rahul right here. I mean, since 1K subscribers, since 34 subscribers, hats off to you, bro. I mean, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for being there in this channel. TRX, cheap DeFi alternative, back again, same value proposition. Crazy amount of fucking crackers, guys. Tomorrow I'm gonna be waking up to my nose being blocked and me not being able to breathe at all. I mean, sinusitis, guys. Ask about, I mean, these firecrackers and all. I mean, they are completely fine, but all the people who have sinusitis, I mean, nope, it's not fine. It's certainly not fine. I have to drug my nose with crazy amount of fucking substances to breathe. Well, talk about fucking struggles in life. So TRX is also kind of resolving, it is wanting to resolve a grind to the upside. Most likely it will do that. If Bitcoin goes to $100,000, this will resolve its grind to the upside. And you have your bullish targets at 24 cents at first, and then 10,764 coming at 1.5, guys. We've been talking about your bullish targets on TRX back all the way since I think I was charting TRX on 5 cents levels, right? And this could make its way all the way towards 1.5, guys. Cheap DeFi. Everybody ignoring Tron and everybody ignoring the efficiency behind Tron. I mean, well, I think the only blockchain which I use apart from Solana in terms of my transaction is Tron, guys. It is simply Tron, guys. I mean, let's talk about reality right here, right? I mean, TRX is certainly efficient than 99% of crypto assets out there. So everybody's sleeping on this giant right here, and most likely this will also result to the upside. Another hodl, guys. I mean, simply hodling this one would be fine. If Bitcoin is above $40,000, hodling Tron is certainly going to be a good choice as a whole. All right. ABLT, last crypto asset for the day. ABLT, what is that? Is this a stock? ALBT, sorry. ALBT on Bitfinex breaking out. I mean, okay, good looking trend right here. Wow, this is a good looking trend. You guys are pointing out good looking trends, man. I mean, hats off to all of you guys who have been paying attention to what a good looking trend is in the market, right? I mean, if you have been paying attention to this channel as a whole, Cryptoticator as a whole, you can certainly identify a good trend from something which is a losing trend as a whole. Well, this is a good looking trend, so most likely this one will keep on resolving to the upside. I mean, essentially looking at a previous all-time high retest at the listing prices on these levels and maybe beyond that as well. So ABLT, let me know what this one does. I mean, I would be really interested in looking at this one because this is a good looking trend to the upside. Risk management below 67 cents and a continuation trend towards $1.5 levels. I mean, well. Okay, guys, with that said, I'm gonna be taking a leave right here. I hope all of you found out some value from this content, and if you did that, hit that like, guys, hit that like, right? Only 4 of you watching this video right here as far as 1 hour goes about, right? But well, I will catch all of you in the next video, most likely coming tomorrow itself. Until then, happy Diwali, safe Diwali, and bye for now.